Hey Credit Warriors, welcome to the Credit Shifu Show, and today we are going to be talking about 5 rookie mistakes with travel rewards credit cards. Okay, so this time we're not talking about just things you shouldn't do with a credit card like withdrawing cash from an ATM or whatever. This is specifically for travel rewards and points. Okay, so let's get stuck in. Number one is not paying attention to card sign-up restrictions when you are climbing the credit card ladder, okay? And this is going to be more for people who are starting out probably in their first year of credit building. They probably will start building their credit with, say, Capital One, for example, and they might just start applying for all of the credit cards they get offered, and they end up with 5 credit cards, okay? And then you guys know what I'm going to say, I think. They've surpassed the 524 rule, so that means they can't get any Chase credit cards until they have, waited probably 2 years. So if you don't know what the 524 rule is, Chase, when they check your credit on an application, if you have opened more than 5 new credit cards in the last 24 months, so that's 2 years, they will deny your application for any new credit cards, okay? And that's applicable to most of their cards. So, for a new person who's building credit and wants to get into travel rewards cards and stuff, you should, at the beginning, when you're opening your first 5 cards, you need to make sure at least 1 or 2 of them are Chase cards. Chase cards offer some of the best travel rewards, like the Sapphire Preferred and Sapphire Reserve. So for someone who's serious about travel rewards credit cards, you at least want to get 1 or 2 of those. Well, you can only have 1 Sapphire, but a Sapphire and a Freedom. You want to get both of those cards probably in your portfolio of credit cards as early as possible in the game. So pay attention to these kind of rules. And Citi also has rules for applications. American Express has some rules as well, not as strict as Chase. But yeah, you need to pay attention to these. Otherwise, you could be missing out on good sign-up bonuses and getting into good reward systems like Chase Ultimate Rewards. Number 2. Applying for public offers for credit cards without checking to see if there is a better targeted offer out there. So I actually made this mistake recently with the Amex Gold card, the new special edition Rose Gold. I applied for the public offer, 25,000 points, and actually, if you got a referral link from someone, you could get a 50,000 point offer. So with things like this, you just need to pay attention to credit card blogs, to this YouTube channel, BBS's, whatever, and the news. And, you can ask around, like if your friends have referral links for certain cards, like say your friend already has a card that you want to apply for, let's say the American Express Gold card, you could just ask your friend and be like, hey, what's the sign-up bonus on your referral link? And it might be better than the public offer. It often is. You can also pay attention to your mailbox, like your actual physical snail mailbox, because often targeted offers are sent through the post. And then often there can also be news like, a certain area of the country, American Express or Chase or whoever is targeting that area with targeted offers, and so you can actually kind of be sneaky and use a VPN to appear like your IP address is in that area and then get access to a better offer. That's a little bit sneaky, that one, kind of gaming the system. And then also, the usual things like incognito mode in your browser, so it looks like you're not, you're a totally fresh person. This often works with American Express because they can sometimes give better bonuses to completely new customers who haven't had any American Express cards before. So to sum it up, basically, just check. Don't just see an offer and be like, oh, I'll apply for that. Just check to see if there's anything better, targeted, referral, or whatever. Read the credit card blogs, pay attention to Reddit, all that kind of stuff. All right, number 3. Transferring credit card points to a certain airline without checking for award availability. This is a massive rookie mistake, and a guy actually, he came to my office to see me and he spoke to me about this, and he said that he had transferred something like 200,000 points from his credit card. I forget which it was. I think it might have been Citi, a Citi credit card. Anyway, he transferred 200,000 points to a certain airline, and he wanted to get business class tickets for his family to go to China, and or to his parents to come from China, I think, to the US. And he hadn't checked for award availability first. So basically, he then discovered there was no award availability for the dates that he wanted, and his dates were kind of set. And so basically, those 200,000 points were just sitting there in that airline account, just waiting, because once you've transferred to an airline, you cannot transfer back. So that's definitely a very important thing to remember. And basically what we recommend is when you are thinking about booking a certain flight, you first go on that airline's website, and even if you don't have enough points in your account, you just check for award availability, okay? And there's several different ways to check. Sometimes you go through a partner airline to check or whatever, or you call up and see if there's award availability first, and then you transfer the points over to your account. And sometimes if it takes time for the points to transfer over, sometimes you can actually kind of put a hold on the tickets and hold them if you're speaking on the phone to someone. Or if the points transfer instantly, like with certain airlines, the points literally just transfer like that from your credit card over to the airline, and then you'd be able to book it. You'd be able to book it immediately. But the most important thing is just to check. Just make sure that award availability exists before you transfer points over, because there's no way back. Number 4. Missing out on offers. So many of these credit cards have offers that you can, put onto your card or just use your card for. So for example, Amex offers, you have to actually click on them and put them onto your card. Chase now has the Chase Deals tab in Ultimate Rewards, where you can get deals such as 6 bonus points at Macy's, for example. So if you were going on, say, a Macy's shopping spree, all right, to buy presents for your family, and you didn't bother to check if there was any deal, right, on any of the cards that you have, you're missing out, right? You're missing out on like 6 points per dollar using a Chase card. So that's really, really important. And American Express likewise has deals where, sometimes it's extra bonus points, sometimes it's even spend a certain amount and they'll just give you back a certain amount. And so if you were thinking of shopping at that retailer and, you went and shopped there without considering, oh, might there be a deal on one of my cards, then you're missing out on, extra value you can get. And it could be like $20, $30. It could be quite a lot, if you're buying something that costs maybe $100 or whatever. So my advice to you guys is if you're thinking about making a purchase, especially like a big purchase, always check first and see, oh, is there a deal on one of my cards that relates to this? And if not on your credit cards, you can look at sites like Ebates. Ebates is a really great cashback website. You can look for sites like that and see if they have a deal on cashback for a certain store. But first of all, check out your credit cards, in particular Amex offers and the new Chase Deals tab that's available in Ultimate Rewards right now. Number 5. Poor value award redemptions. Now, this can be a big rookie mistake, and what we mean by this is just not getting good value for your points, okay? So the main credit card, transferable points currencies, principally American Express, Chase, and Citi, their points are all worth somewhere around 2 cents per point, if used in the optimal way, okay? An average of 2 cents per point. You can sometimes get a lot more, but that's kind of like the points guy. He values points, and his valuations, at least for Amex and for Chase, it's around 2 cents per point. But there are some sorts of redemptions, like for gift cards, it's like 1 cent per point. American Express allows you to redeem membership rewards points to pay off charges on your card at a value of 0.6 cents per point. So that means 1,000 points would equal $6 in statement credit to wipe off charges. That's an appalling redemption rate. I would only do that if you were absolutely desperate, all right? If you had no way to pay off your card and you had to because you didn't want to impact your credit score or something like that. But I wouldn't want to be in that situation in the first place. So, ideally, I would say you want to make sure, well, you at least need to get, at a bare minimum, you need to get 1 cent per point value, okay? But that's not even good. That still sucks. If you're getting 1.5 cents per point, that's kind of like okay, all right? It's like okay, not great, still a waste, but it's more respectable. But ideally, I would say try and get 2 cents or more of value out of your points, because 2 cents is kind of like the average value. If you don't know what I mean by this, I'll just explain an example, okay? So let's say I was booking a British Airways business class ticket from here to the UK, or to Europe, or whatever, and it costs $2,000 for a one-way ticket, and that was if I paid with money, okay? So that's the price quoted on the airline's website. But if I want to book it with points, I have to pay 50,000 points, and then there's $500 in taxes and fees. Now, British Airways has notoriously high taxes and fees, okay? So it's not really an airline I recommend necessarily, but, whatever. So to work out how much value you're getting out of a point, out of each point, you need to first look at the price on the airline's website that you would have to pay if you paid with money, okay? We've already said in this case it's going to be $2,000. Then, when you book with points, look at the amount of taxes and fees you pay. So in this case, it's $500. So you're going to deduct $500 from the $2,000, the price you would pay if you paid for everything in cash. You then divide 1,500 by 50,000, by the number of points, and you get 0.03, so 3 cents per point. That's the value of your points, 3 cents. So that's actually not bad. Not great, but not bad. I've seen some really amazing redemptions, like 7 cents per point, even up to like 28 cents per point in some first class bookings. But I would say, at a minimum, you need to get at least 1.5 cents per point. That's the value you get out of like the Chase travel portal, for example, which has no blackout dates. You can book any seat. It's just like paying with money. Your points are worth 1.5 cents. But if you're transferring over to airlines, you want to aim for over 2 cents per point, even 3, 4, 5 cents per point if you're booking those premium cabin awards, okay? If I see someone who's getting like 0.6 cents per point for redeeming Amex points for statement credits to wipe off charges, it's just like, oh my god, so stupid. You know, if you want cash back from Amex Platinum, for example, go and get the Charles Schwab Amex Platinum. It gives you 1.25 cents statement credits in your sort of cash back into your Charles Schwab account. So yeah, you've got to, you know, one side of it is earning the points, but another side of it is getting good value out of the points. I know that sometimes it can be unavoidable, like if you're traveling with a family and there's not much award availability using transfer partners, so you have to go through like a portal, travel portal, and you get those low valuations, like 1.5 cents per point or a little bit lower than that. But just try and get the best value out of your points. Alright guys, so that's the video for today. Have you made any of these mistakes? Why not leave your comments below? And are there any other classic travel rewards credit card mistakes that you or other people have made? I'd love to hear your stories. As always, we'll put some of our favorite travel rewards cards in the description below. Deals from our partners. I think the Chase Sapphire Reserve and Sapphire Preferred are in there, as well as the Capital One Venture. So if you guys are interested in any of those cards and more, do check it out and you can compare them and learn more about them. And as always, if you use our links, it obviously does help our show, so we very much appreciate it if you do. Please subscribe if you're new, give this video a like, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.